It's day 2 of the Future Blockchain Summit at Dubai Harbor. I'm Ronel Hernandez, and I'm sitting here with Aaron from the Gratitude Bear. How are you?
Absolute pleasure to meet you, and thank you for everyone being so friendly and inviting.
Happy for you to join me. How's the conference so far? How's it going?
Yeah, it's definitely exceeded expectations. This is my first big major conference in the crypto world and blockchain and Web3, and everybody's just been super nice. I felt I was probably a little bit slower yesterday engaging into it, but today we have been wiped. It's been one person after the other. And I think the teddy bear really helped today as well.
Talk to me about this teddy bear. What's his name? What does he do?
So this is the Gratitude Bear. He's a series of 1 of 7. What we've done is we've created an educational tool that develops children's emotions from the age of 0 to 7. Now why we do this is children form a tater version of themselves to that, so they develop the core limit, their beliefs and their personalities. So what we want to do was, by incorporating emotional intelligence, is we said, how are we going to do it? So we've done it through a bear and a book. We don't have the book with us today.
Okay.
We want to keep that for a private investment we have tomorrow. But what we want to do is, we want to teach parents about emotional intelligence through complex stories. So how do we do this? Through triggers, techniques and practices. So as the parent reads a book to the child of the bear, the kid presses buttons and then the bear lights up. It lights up.
So these are all
little
lights, right?
Yep. These are all little lights and actually speak. So with the educational learning curve of children from that age, you need visual, you need audible, and you need sensory on this. And then the educational curve for parents is we can have techniques, practices, and techniques that is really going to help parents develop and incorporate into the child's life.
Okay,
Yeah,
I love that concept. And so, is the Gratitude Bear at all blockchain based? Do you
Yes.
incorporate Web3 elements into it?
Yeah, so what we're actually doing here is on 3 major reasons as well. It's very hard to get funding on Web2 based on emotional intelligence for us, so we incorporate it into a Web3 game. So what we've done was we've created an educational platform that allows anyone from around the world to learn from the curriculum, and we get paid by a passive income of our digital token. So we're in the very early stages, and that's why we're here in Dubai, because getting funding for the startup of the Web2 to then fund the Web3 system, which is actually based on a reward system. So it's called #LearnToEarn. And the more that the children, or even parents or anybody can learn on the modules of the Web3 game and a PC game and the app, they generate a passive income of digital currency, which we're hoping gives a future generation of growth and a generational wealth for every home possible.
Let's talk a little bit more about the Learn to Earn movement. Have you seen any other good examples of projects out there that utilize this model?
Not really based on Learn to Earn. We've seen a great product today called Sweat to Earn, that actually the more fitness you do, the more you generate tokens, and you can generate the native token into a...
That's Move to Earn.
Sorry?
That's Move to Earn, no?
That's what?
Move to Earn?
No, I think it's called Sweat to Earn.
No, right, but the
Move to Earn.
movement is Move to Earn.
Yeah.
This is Learn to Earn, right? Okay.
But it's before anything on this system that we have, I haven't found anything, and then we're very lucky to have individual experts from all around the world that are helping on this project. We're up to 20 amazing people, and we're very blessed to have them, including Shisha Finance in here in Dubai, one of the biggest incubators in crypto. And he's jumped onto the team as an advisor, and he's presenting us to as many people around the world as possible. So having the backing of some of these major companies, we're very blessed as well to have another company in New York, I won't mention their name yet, but one of the best toy designers in the world who's taking this product once we get the funding.
You can't name him yet?
Well,
you can't
I'm going to
name
hold
the company?
off naming him. I haven't asked his permission to throw it out there yet. But once again, he's done the research and study based on the ideology that we have, the concept of incorporating IQ, EQ and MEQ into a learning curve of children. He done the research, came back, and he believes that there's no product like this coming out in the market for the next 2 years. So he's really excited to lock us in, and he's going to look after the manufacturing, distribution and marketing chains. But once again, it comes back to funding.
So emotional intelligence or blockchain for emotional intelligence,
yeah,
right?
100%.
So how did you get this idea in the first place? What made you want to found the Gratitude Bear?
A couple of reasons. I'll talk personally about myself first. I started on my own personal development journey. When I got a bit older, I started realising I want to start making some changes in my life. And then I reverse engineered it back after doing a Gratitude Bear course. Oh, not Gratitude Bear course, a Gratitude course on personal development. Now, when I reverse engineered it back to when I was younger, I was like, I wish I had these skills and tools when I was 5, 6 or 7 years of age. And I was like, no, I wish my parents had had them. So then we incorporated how can we educate parents while stimulating children to a child's toy. And one thing led to another. Now the next one we found out is, once I start researching, is speaking on a lot of the majority toys in society today are based on ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. So this is how we're going to educate our children based on what they want to become later on in life, but not based on the fundamentals of emotional intelligence. Now, there is so much studies that emotional intelligence, scientifically proven that emotional intelligence doubles your IQ later on in life. Now, that's not a fact, you know what I mean? But this is so we've based our formula on the business as EQ equals IQ squared. If you can incorporate stuff like self-love, awareness, understanding, social skills into children from a young age, and equally teach the parents, because could you imagine in a couple of years' time, if you have kids and they go to school, they're in year 11, 12, 13 in Australia, and then they come out of school, they come home and they start talking to the parents about emotional intelligence, the parents are going to stand there and go, whoa,
that's weird.
What's going on here? You know what I mean?
I was not like that as a teenager.
And we never got taught it by teachers or parents, but it's coming into the schooling system at the minute. So I'm like, well, why incorporate it in primary and secondary schools when we can go younger as teach the parents, teach the kids? And we're really excited about to get a metaverse project off the ground, because once again, the kids are getting rewarded for playing games now, and they're getting educated and having fun. And like I said, if you have a child there that doesn't get the opportunity to go to a university or go to a higher education college, and they start playing this game from the age of 10 onwards, by the time they're 18, we could potentially, they stake their tokens for 8 years based on,
it's a good payout.
And this is a good payout that they can educate themselves in further education, and there's nothing holding anyone back anymore, you know?
All right, and so since we are at the Future Blockchain Summit, what kind of future of blockchain do you envision, do you want the world to look like?
Generational wealth and growth. And in fact is, like, we all deserve the same opportunities that anybody else gets. And I believe that crypto and digital, I don't say crypto, I say digital currency, blockchain, smart contracts is given the chance to every company around the world to give us the opportunity to gift this to as many people around the world. And blockchain is really substantial for broadening your community and giving you more brand awareness. So that's the three major factors that we have of why going into the metaverse and incorporating Web 2 and Web 3. But there is a lot of people do say about Web 3, how are you going to become a sustainable ecosystem? Well, I believe we are one of the first in Australia that actually the Web 2 is going to fund Web 3 through a sustainable ecosystem. So all percentage of profits go to the Web 3 liquidity, and then that's going to create more rewards for children. So if anyone does, like our investors that come in want to sell their tokens at the high rate, we'll buy them back off them and circulate them back in for the kids, and it's all going to be funded by the Gratitude Web 2.
Okay, well, thank you, Gratitude Bear, and thank you, Aaron, for your time.
I really appreciate the time. Thank you very much.